What's up, people? I'm back. Fred White, Tales from the Pen. If you're new to the channel, please go down, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, and click all. And you will get notifications every time I put up a video. Well, most of the time, I can't control. I just tried to do a live just now, and it just kept lagging and freezing. So I said, you know what? At least let me put up a video today for the people. I've been busy a little bit. You guys know that your boy got married. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the people who are going to congratulate me down below. Yep, finally, it was just the right time, just the right woman. Everything fell in line, kids, family. And, it's weird. I don't know if anybody else can comment on this, any married people, but it gives me a sense of wholeness. It gives me a more sense of family maybe than I've ever had when I said I do. So to some, that'll make sense, you know what I mean? But now, and my unit is complete, you know? I found that person, wonderful person, great mother, very dedicated, loves me, I love her, so, it was just the right time, so yes. So we went on a little, little honeymoonish thing, but we took the kids, so we're gonna have a real honeymoon, hopefully maybe next summer. Maybe Aruba, I don't know. But, so we went to this place called Great Wolf Lodge. It was pretty good. I actually have video. And so I'm thinking about chopping up some of the wedding video. Because we did the wedding, people, we did it by Zoom. Yeah, we only had a couple people here. We had set up a couple cameras. We did the Zoom, and we had everyone on the TV screen. Yeah, that's what we did. Everyone, it was great. You could sit on the couch and watch the wedding. How great is that? Sometimes, we save everybody. You know what I mean? We save everybody the trouble of traveling from this place, from that place, and going this. It was just, and it was wonderful. She loved it. So that's all that matters. So yeah, we did the Zoom wedding. So I might chop up a little wedding video. Maybe a little of this place, Great Wolf Lodge. It's okay for the kids. It has it's like a water park, indoor water park. It has slides and very safe for the kids. They have a little safe place for the kids if you have babies. Because I told storing the live that I had to take down. But so you know how in the hotel you close the door and then you have to put that little latch on. So if anybody from the outside tries to come in, it hits that latch. You know what I'm talking about? So I had come in from Dunkin' Donuts, and I had went, I started and I went and started unpacking, some stuff or whatever. All of a sudden I saw like the door, it looked like the door closed, and I was like, what? The door closed? I turned around and my 2-year-old, I'm like, where is he? I dropped everything. I ran outside, and there he was, in his diaper, bare feet, running down the aisle. He was trying to get the Dunkin' Donuts. He was trying to get one of them chocolate donuts. He remembered where the chocolate donuts were. You know what I mean? He was like hightailing it. I had to run him down though. Come here. Yeah. Kids are funny, man. I love kids, man. Sometimes, when I love to see their spirit, I love to see that, like, especially when you show them love, right? Like when my sons fall or, something happens to my daughter, whatever, it's like when they cry or fall down, you just want to hold them, right? You just want to caress them. You just want to let them know that everything is going to be okay, right? For the good parents out there. That's what gets me leading to my next little segue there. Was that there's a lot of these kids in these streets right now that's running around the streets acting crazy. They never had that. They never got that hugs. You know? So, I mean, not all of them, but I'm just saying, majority. They never got that hug. You know, some of these boys in the streets never had their daddies pick them up and tell them, you know, everything's going to be okay. That, you know, and when you don't get that in life, sometimes, you know, you grow up a bit different. That sometimes people can't maybe understand. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just say that, you know, let's not judge some of these kids for some of the faults that they do when they make mistakes when they're young. Because sometimes it's not even, you know, it's out of their control. And when you don't grow up like them, you wouldn't understand. Or when people don't grow up like you know, you think they're different. They're different in certain ways, yes. A lot of times it's the ones who haven't gotten hugs when they were younger, who grow up, you know, to be semi-savages, you know what I mean? Because they don't know nothing else. You know, so sometimes it's, you know, it's just bigger than the kid. It's a whole system involved that we got to try to change. As I say, as fathers, as uncles, as brothers, cousins, whatever. You know, we got to let the younger generation know we love them. We love them, and we're here for them. I don't just talk it. There's been plenty of people who've hit my, you know, wrote me on Instagram, and I've gotten right back to them. Some of them I've even video messaged, you know, with some type of solutions that they were having maybe to their problems. So I'm not just talking. I get back to people and everything. So I'm, you know, I'm trying. Let this younger generations know that, you know, there's people here that do love you. You know, because sometimes when you don't get that love, man, you turn to the streets. Sometimes when you're not getting that, you know, love at home, you turn to places that you think do love you, like the streets. And you know my motto, the streets don't love you, which leads me to my next point. Holding it down is going to hold you down. Let's rewind that. Holding it down is going to hold you down. Because any way you're holding it down, sometimes it seems like you take some type of loss. Let me explain. So, when they snatch you up, right? They snatch you up for, you know, all these crimes that they have you under. And they put you in the room. With that light in your face. With that light in your face. And they say, now you're facing 40 years, 30 years, whatever it is, 20 years. Are you going to hold it down? Because if you do hold it down, you're going to get 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Salute to holding it down. Holding it down is going to hold you down. Now, some people may say, but Fred, are you condoning? Tell them, no. I'm simply putting it out there for the people who are doing crimes, for the people who really don't understand what they're getting themselves into, that this is an option too of holding it down. You're holding it down, and fine, they'll let you hold it down. You can hold it down by yourself with 70 years. Let's see if anybody's going to send you some commissary. So again, I'm just putting it out there to these people. I want people, because I don't want people to misconstrue my words. I'm putting it out there to people that this is what happens. So when you're put in this situation, you can think back and say, wow, Fred did tell me about this right here. And that's how they turn a lot of these guys into government informants. That's it. Simple. That's why you would never hear about me doing it. I would never do it. I mean, crime really doesn't pay. It doesn't. Because in the long run, you're going down. Ladies, I'm sure you've been in relationships where you've had to hold your man down, which is nothing wrong with that. But if you're holding him down for years, you hold him down for months, whatever it is, and he's still sitting on your couch playing video games while you're out at work holding it down, and you come home and he's still playing video games, you're holding it down, and it's going to hold you down. Get him out of here. That's my recommendation. Get him out of here. What do you need him for? Because you're holding it down. You're trying to do what you have to do while you're trying to hold him down through his transitions. And you know what? I can see it, but after years of the same thing and the same pattern, come on. See how holding it down is going to hold you down? Oh. It's just the way it goes. It's going to hold you down. Don't be held down. But don't put yourselves in those predicaments, is what I'm trying to say. Don't put yourself in those predicaments in the first place. So you won't have to choose that option. Simple. Right? Because eventually, you can only do wrong so long. My boy used to say that all the time. You can only do wrong for so long. That's it. Simple. It's just not worth it. That's it. This life is so much better. Have a family, have a job, never have to worry about, getting in trouble, being arrested, and having police at the door. Like, none of this is relevant to my life. And I love it. Watching my kids playing in the water park and all of that, I mean, it was just magnificent for me. This is the life and I kept saying it when I was there. I was like, well, yeah. A lot of people remember the old me. I've come a long way. I've come a long way. So if I could do it, you could do it. Nah, I'm just saying. I've come a long way. And my kids have my same spirit, man. My kids being, on some win at all cost stuff. I was playing with 4-year-old too, right? Because I don't like to lose. So we're playing Candyland. Now he didn't know that Candyland was one of those games when I grew up, like Candyland, Chutes and Ladders, Trouble. Remember the bubble you hit? Do they still have Trouble? I haven't seen Trouble in like 10 years, something like that. When you go around Battleship, right? I was like undefeated in Battleship. I'm like, I'm like 302-0 because, to be honest with you, I used to like move the pieces. Don't act like, because I know I'm not the only one who's, you know what I mean? Like, this is, F4, and you'd be like, miss, and he done sunk your battleship, Don't act like I'm the only one. So anyway, so, I'm playing my son in Candyland, and the first card he turns over is like a red jelly bean or something. It's just like 3 spots. He goes to the third, to the red, and then jumps up top and says, "I win." I said, "Wait, hold on, hold on. You can't do that. I'm undefeated in Candyland too as well. Like I'm 15-time imaginary Candyland champion. You can't just take that title. You can't just jump up there." He's like, "But it's a red one right there up top, and I got a red." Boy, oof. Nah, Daddy don't play that. Don't do it. I looked him dead in his eyes and I said, "Listen, let me ask you something. I know you're 4 years old, but do you know who Mike Tyson is?" He says, "No, Daddy." I said, "Well, how about Nate Robinson? Do you know who he is?" I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he has that spirit to win by at all means, and I'm like, wow. And my wife has it too, so he's a very competitive little boy. Talesfromthepen. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to come up here and chop it up with you guys because, as you see, I tried to go live. It just didn't work out, and you know, I apologize. So what I may do though, I'm gonna try to chop up a little bit of my wedding video, a little bit of my honeymoonish vacation I just came back from today. Join them together and maybe put something out. Let me know in the comment section if you guys would be interested in seeing a little piece of the wedding, maybe. All right. Listen. On that note, people, I got a few things to do. Got a few errands to run. I will be putting up more videos very soon. I appreciate your patience and just I'm just going through a bunch of things in life like marriage and honeymoon. So love you guys. You guys know the motto. Experience is the greatest teacher. But somebody else's experience can be just as valuable if you pay attention and listen. And on that note, people, Fred White, signing off.